dum, dum.
So we're gonna type David Icke.
Icke. Mr. Icke.
Mr.
We all know him.
He's British. He's British.
Mhm.
People call him a
British.
conspiracy theorist, but you know what they say. Conspiracy theorists are just people who haven't been proven right yet. AKA me.
It's true. It's all true.
Yes.
So yes.
They're just ahead of the mainstream. This is a fact drop, bitches. I'm not saying I agree with everything he says, but let's have a look at Mr. Icke.
Yes, we all have our beautiful tinfoil hats for protection.
Vittoria has her evil little Illuminati eye and reptile for protection. So she's one of them. She's the lending. So David Icke, tough game son. So so he was a professional football player. What happened? He got in an accident or something, and then he became like a. Then he like
was it player or broadcaster? Like for
I thought he was a broadcaster,
like a commentator?
Though. Yes, I thought so.
No, I think he was a player and then a.
That makes sense.
Maybe
yes, that makes sense. But so back in the day,
incredible
he was a young boy. Yes, beautiful. But this was after he lost it. So
big juicy lips, probably got a 9. Probably got a 9.
I think he got a little Botox.
Sparkly 6 eyes. He's got that. Oh, and then here's the other part of the 6. We go to fear. The fear.
The scowl.
That's a 6.
Lots of
oh my god
energy.
I like his hair here. It's kind of special. Definitely got that British boy face. Truth vibrations.
Truth vibrations. Very 6-ish. Vibrations. Oh, this. What is this? Was it like him when he was a super beep?
So yeah, he was like some kind of icon, I guess. He's iconic, and it's also the name of his website.
Dum dum dum. I can see them all the conspiracies already lining up.
You can watch him on like Gaia or whatever it's called.
Oh my god, he has Zelensky as his first video, so
yeah, he hates Zelensky as people of our side.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, no, he hates them. Anyone that's affiliated with the globalist war machine, David Icke does not like. We got the Klaus Schwab in the background, who we're going to type as well. We've got.
Okay, that's that guy.
Yeah, he's one of the evil World Economic people. I can already see the people clicking out of this video right now. But let's go on a journey with David Icke. I mean, I feel like we can all agree sexual mind.
Into the rabbit hole. Can you follow us? Are you scared? Gonna be fun. Just join us.
He's looking SPSO. I don't know if these or if we should just go to the YouTube videos, but
yeah, we'll figure it out in the video. Just because sometimes people's Instagrams are just very gaudy, especially like he's an old man. Like he's just putting stuff just for utility rather than expression.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. This is an old video.
Yeah, it's from very back in the day when he was just an innocent sports illustrator model. No, that's still true.
Broadcaster.
He was just a bad broadcaster for the BBC. It's a very professional job.
This is the BBC. Okay, start.
Oh my god, do you hear this annoying music outside or not?
No, we don't hear it, thankfully.
Okay, I'm so happy because it's very, very trashy music. I hate it so much. Okay.
Like your hat should block out the signals, though. So.
Yes. Yes.
Right, Chanti.
I know. Work better hats. Ear protection. Okay.
Good evening. Liverpool looks certain to celebrate their 13th league championship. They now need only 4 points from their last 3 games to take the title for the 5th time in the last 7 seasons. Ian Rush scored the goal that gave Liverpool victory at Birmingham, his 29th this season. Paul Mariner gave Ipswich victory at Brighton with a second-half goal to keep alive their faint hopes of catching Liverpool. Gary Brooke, who scored twice in midweek, got the winner for Cup finalist Tottenham, who beat Leeds 2-1. Spurs' first goal was an own goal by Kenny Burns, the Leeds scored in the 3-1 win at the bottom club Middlesbrough. West Ham, though, couldn't quite make it a hat-trick of London clubs winning today. David Cross put them ahead, sent off in the second half.
Yeah, this is boring. But you can see him.
SPSO immediately.
Yeah. He does his job very well as a sportsman.
Just reading bullet points.
Yeah, just annoying reading and boringness. But you could see that he was a very respectable member of society before this.
Yeah.
Before he was beamed up with the aliens. Of course, that is what happened. He was beamed up, and then he saw the truth.
What about the interview? Okay, let's do that. There was one that says Ireland interview. Okay, this is the one. Never mind.
Yeah. This is
our next guest was a goalkeeper for Hereford United Football Club and Coventry City. He had to give up his sporting career because of incipient arthritis. After that, he was elevated to the lofty ivory tower of BBC Sports as a... You do claim to be the Son of God, David?
Yeah, let's get it right. We're all the children of God. We're all created by God. We're created by the thoughts of God. When we think, we create an energy field. When we think thoughts of love, forgiveness, and peace, and all the things we want to bring to the world, we create a certain kind of very positive energy. When we think thoughts of hate, of all these other emotions, of anger, of fear, we create another kind of energy, a very destructive one, which, if it's in big enough quantities, destroys the very life force of creation, which comes from the being some call God. The name I'm given is the Godhead. Now, if we can create by thought, what can the Godhead do? This master spirit at the center of all creation. He can create almost anything he wishes by thought, and he creates us by thought.
But do you claim to be the Son of God? Because Terry Wogan said to you on the Wogan Show, you claim to be the Son of God, and you said yes.
Well, I am, yes, I'm saying that. What I'm saying is we're all the children of God. But some...
I feel like they're trying to like bait him into some sort of...
Yeah.
Like
it's
he's
true.
Grandiose. He's just saying what he believes. Like I'm not religious.
Yeah.
But, I feel like we're all like part of the simulation God.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, what do you?
Yeah.
Think? I feel like he must be 6'9", or I mean, I originally thought maybe he was a 9 because of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but this stuff is very 9-ish though. Like we're all part of the fucking universe. We're all God's children. Just channel the energy of the universe, and you are part of it or something. But
9
yeah,
he's not doing word salad as much though. I think if he was like a core 9, but
mm-hmm.
Do you have impressions, Vittoria?
Yeah, I was muted. I didn't even know. I was. I think he's a wing 7 because he has this like a little bit of magical thinking. But we can, or like he has this like twinkly kind of more positive like flavor of 6. Not positive. We're gonna see if it's truly positive later on, but just initial impression wing 7 rather than wing 5. But we can I need more info for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but that makes sense to me.
And like children of God here, he's saying like it's not just me who's a son of God. Everyone is. You as well, but they have to like spin around.
I do feel like that guy was trying to twist his words though intentionally. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
people
was trying to shame him.
Yeah. And 6s don't ever want to seem grandiose or like they're trying to elevate themselves over other people, so that's not gonna happen.
Because this is like this is still Ireland in the 90s, so they still have like it's pretty like a religious energy all around. But yeah, we can continue.
All come to earth. Jesus was one. There were many more before him who are actually part of the soul of the Godhead. It's God incarnate on earth. That's what Jesus was. That's what these other people were before. To try to bring the truth to a planet that has lost that truth for 12,000 years, and as a result of which, we have taken this wondrous planet to the brink of not existence.
Jesus said, I and the Father are one. That means he was the son of God. Are you claiming that too?
What the fuck?
What is he saying? What is he even saying?
Jesus.
Jesus.
What a fucking
What an asshole.
like, he answered your question, you fucking sadist.
Yeah. Yeah. But
What?
that was, I think, the last time that he was on the BBC, or I don't know for sure. I just quoted somebody else on that, but because he was like invited by the BBC to do that interview, but it was just to ridicule him on TV.
Yeah, it's always to ridicule. It's always to ridicule, and it's so infuriating because I feel like they often just look like assholes themselves. Like, I don't know. Did you guys watch that interview with what's that My Pillow guy, Mike Lindell? I don't know, who was it? Was it like Stephen Colbert? It was one of those jackasses, those late night jackasses. It was like, I don't know, a year or two ago, and it was just like this most like scammy, just trying to make him seem like an idiot, but it just made the interviewer seem like an idiot. That actually even seems almost like a head type thing, like a sexy thing to do to another person, to be like, hey, you're dumb. Like, I'm gonna invite you on my fucking thing and just like try to shame you.
Yeah, I hate that. It's like public shaming a little bit.
Yeah, like a head type move to try and make somebody else seem stupid or something. That, I don't know why that made me so angry. Okay.
1,000 years.
It has been the dominating force.
Was it a great shock for you to discover this at 38?
Well, I think
Actually, when I see that again, I'm slightly embarrassed by it. David Icke believes what he believes, however silly we may think it.
So I'm delighted that there's so much laughter in the audience tonight.
But no,
but just let me say this.
They're laughing at you. They're not laughing with you. Shouldn't have done that. I'm not proud of that. I always knew when an interview went well and when it didn't, obviously. But you couldn't dwell on it.
You know what? Though, some of the biggest people who like, it's like Alex Jones. It's like there's sixes. It's like there's like that push for the truth, like that, like spurns them on through people like laughing at them. Where I think that's almost like, I guess that's like a motivating force for when they get on their like on their tip where they're like, I'm onto something. I'm going to share the truth. Like, it's, you can't almost touch a 6, I think, when they're.
But I see a 9 fix for him because he had this like placid kind of defeated. Yeah, no 8, no 1, no 1 strain, and no, of course, you can compare him to Alex Jones, no 8 whatsoever.
Yeah, Alex. Yeah, that's a good comparison. We want to do him too, even though
there is a video, a recent video for. Actually, maybe I'll keep that comment for when we do if we do the Alex Jones one. But
we could.
But I was just thinking for comparison. Yeah, maybe just do them together, or maybe for comparison,
6'8",
it would be interesting.
6'8", there was Andrew Callahan talking to James Rogan. Sorry, James. Oh my God, Joe Rogan. He's like, yes, I killed the kids. I did this. The like 6'8" do this aggressive. It's like, yes, I'm a bad guy. Come at me, bro. Meanwhile, 6'9" is like, okay. There isn't much resistance, you know.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I knew we have.
Oh, nice.
Something somewhere. Got to go to BitChute or Rumble. Oh, this might get us banned. I guess I can edit out if there's anything crazy.
Banned? By who? By the internet?
Yeah, by the censors.
By YouTube.
For 30 years. Well, this is the biggest project I've ever done, and it's never been more urgent. So please, before we continue, go to resetwars.com.
By its very nature, operates on a very low frequency. And so if they can pull you into these low vibrational states, they can attach you to their frequency band. And once that attachment has been made, they can start feeding you perceptions through the subconscious. 95% of human behavior is instigated by subconscious response and reaction, and not by the conscious mind. It's the subconscious they're after. And it's all about frequency. And when you are in a high frequency state, and this also comes down to self-identity, if you self-identify with being just little me, I have no power, and I'm just a human, and I'm just my labels, they're just experiences. What you are is the consciousness that's having the experiences. But if you self-identify with limitation, which is what self-identity with the human personality and
he's quite serious though for a 6'7", which makes me question if he's a 6'5", but I'm not like not sure either way. He is kind of,
yeah, he is pretty serious in general.
Like he's not funny.
No.
But I mean, but also, you know, I know a lot of 6'5" that are funny, so I'm not saying it's not.
I'm gonna say that this this trope of like you can control the energy around you, or like I think this feels like a more Wing 7 thing to me, like well, I don't want to call it fantastical thinking because it's like I don't see this necessarily as a fantasy, but this like having the power in your hand to like change your surroundings, or like change your like state of mind or whatever. This feels like a more Wing 7 thing to me than a Wing 5, even if it is kind of muted here and yeah, like serious, like you said. Could be again like a grounding influence of 9.
I've had I've had occasional conversations with someone who's like got like 953 that are quite spiritual minded, and yeah, but I guess like he would be a DJ then, like adjacent, which I guess makes more sense for like his focus. But yeah, okay, let's just keep going.
I don't know. He doesn't energy. He doesn't have that energy for me.
Yeah. And Alex Jones is a 6'7", right?
Yeah.
I actually think he's 6'5". David Icke.
Yeah, you think he's a 6'5"?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's. I think he's a 6'7". He's pretty unhinged.
I don't think this energy just is from the 8. This is, you need more than just an 8 for it to be this energetic.
Wait, do you mean Alex Jones is a 6'5" or a 6'7"?
No. I mean David Icke.
Oh, okay. I was talking about Alex. Yeah. Sorry.
No. No. Come on, he's screaming all over the place. It's obvious that he is 7 in his wing. I mean, but I think for David Icke, it's because he goes so deep into all these topics, and I don't know.
Yeah. I guess this might be the thing that we get stuck on. So
okay, just play further. That's okay.
The labels of a human life, I am our man, I am our woman, I am this sexuality, I am this race, etc. Then you are operating in a realm of limitation. You're operating basically in the realm of the 5 senses. And the 5 senses, they perceive the world in a certain way. They see everything apart from everything else for a start. But they also are operating in a very, very limited sense of reality. You know, one of the reflex actions responses of the 5 senses is it's not possible, it can't be done. Whereas expanded levels of consciousness can see how it can be done. They see how the connections operate. They see how the dots connect rather than just seeing dots, which the 5 senses do. So the whole foundation.
And David, that's my next question. How does the agenda for the metaverse fit into the larger nature of reality? And how do they intend to control and manipulate reality using the metaverse? Is that just a deeper level of the deception?
Well, the plan from...
Yeah, he's got way more energy, like way more.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like I think that like David Icke must be like 9 second maybe, like it's kind of random.
It's 9 second. I'm thinking another thing that's making me feel 7 over 5 is he's operating in the realm of possibility, and like breaking outside of your thing. Meanwhile, I think Wing 5 is more focused on like limitations and frameworks, and
okay.
Like I don't want to say I don't want to use the word rejection because then it will get confused with the like the triad. But it's more boxed in rather than demonstrating that you have more power than you think you do.
Okay, that's a really good argument actually for 6 Wing 7 over 5. Okay. Let's see if Alex can refrain from interrupting him for like
oh, please.
On the start, and we're now moving towards the end game, is to turn what's left of humanity after the depopulation into a hive mind that's centrally controlled. You know, the brain is basically a computer. Consciousness doesn't come from the brain. It comes through the brain, and the brain interprets it and processes that information. Consciousness doesn't come from the brain. It comes through the brain. And just as the internet comes through the computer. And if you can imagine a situation where you've got vast numbers of...
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, what you said, Vittoria, about how it's more possibilities and expansive. Like I agree with everything he's saying, and it's like, I think maybe if he was 6'5", it would be more, because 5s are colder and they've got like a more practical, objective sort of, and he's very, like more focused on spiritual and everything. Yeah.
Okay, I have another thought. I think maybe he's a 9.
I wondered if he was 9 at the very beginning. Like,
yeah, but he's like a blob, and I don't feel that much bubbling head energy if you compare him to Alex.
So
Alex feels like an exaggerated version of 6. Like it's like,
yeah, okay, that's true.
Like he's a super version. 6. If you look at, like, let's say 6 with a 9, let's say I was watching what's his name? Kendrick Lamar. Like, he moves as little as he does, and he's a 6'5'9".
He has a creamy 6, but I think it's because he's like crippled.
So cream.
But I think he's more head energy than gut energy, just the way he moves.
Okay.
We need to see more like something
like,
where he's activated, like kind of in a reactive mode. I think that would be helpful.
I think, okay, this could be because Vice is probably nasty to him, so maybe he...
Conspiracy evangelist and the one man standing between us and total enslavement.
Hey! Good, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good trip?
Yes, it was.
Welcome to my abode. There's not much to see, but I like it.
Also, if he's SPSO, then that would make him feel more gutty a little bit too, right? If he's self-pres social and 9 second or something, like...
Yeah.
What do we got here?
Well, this is the things that I've collected over the years. This is fantastic. Someone in
self-pres confirmed.
Yeah.
Look at my things.
Hawaii actually painted this. This is what the painting is. This is the original of the front cover of my last book, Human Race, Get Off Your Knees, The Lion Sleeps No More. And I asked my great friend, an artist called Neil Haig, to paint this picture for me with particularly those eyes. And that's humanity saying, no more, enough, no more little me, we're not having it anymore.
Also, that seems like a 6 kind of fixation too, as
that he no longer wants to be oppressed by the big man. You know, he just wants to break free from the authorities.
Yeah, there's a power thing, like this is his whole thing, right? Like fighting against. I feel like 9 will be not as aware of that or like fixed on it as like a lifelong journey or career.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's
because they think they're everything. And it is a specifically 6 thing too. Like even with 7 wing 6, like I'm only just recently become conscious of all these structures. I didn't give a fuck about them before, but now it's like activated some 6-ish part of me, but it's like I still on my baseline don't feel oppressed yet anyways. I'm just like yeah, but 6s I think do have like a feeling of being oppressed, or like someone's like stopping them from being great or something. Like, do you resonate with that?
Yeah, like the boot is on your neck or something. There's always a power that's gonna stop you from doing something,
holding you back.
Yeah, or like feeling of persecution.
Yeah, and it is a lot of 6s and 6 fixers that do end up getting persecuted, because it's almost like they're playing out some sort of pattern that it's like law of attraction, where they almost attract the situation that they will be persecuted. It's
crazy. Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, we are all doing it. Like I'm a 7 who's now trapped essentially, because I ran out of road.
And I said, I know we were kind of into my stuff up to that point, which was kind of regular fight. Well, it's a bit strange because it was all the way the war was manipulated by a few people, but it was all kind of regular stuff. And then I came across with this stuff, and it was
Get
like,
it out of the way.
don't mention the reptiles. They'll just laugh at you again. I said, I know, but I've seen enough and heard enough to believe that it's real, and so I say it. I don't care about the consequences for me. Are you frightened? No, I'm not. I don't care, because the consequences for the world and my children and my grandchildren and everyone else's of this, of humans not intervening in this process that's going on now ever more quickly, are that we are condemning our children and grandchildren, indeed ourselves. It's that close to a world that George Orwell so massively understated.
Can we have a look at where the work gets done? Where
Like
Sorry, I was trying to find the date. But yeah, that felt very sexy. Like just even the way he's and he's riling himself up, like that's like head typey.
Yeah, here I could see it.
Yeah, you almost have to see sixes interacting with another person or something. Like, what are you guys leaning with stacking? Like social self-pres or SPSO?
Well, yeah, both are on the table right now. I know you laughed at the part where he's like, look at my stuff. But I mean, this is like an object of significance, like this, I don't know, this Hawaii thing. Oh, this my friend who painted this, like it has some social significance. So I wouldn't like use it as a as like a demonstration of SPSO. I think we need more material.
But he does takes social stuff very serious. I mean, it's a little bit you know, he's like very aware about it, like about what's going on, and then he takes it and materialized it in the SP world in some way.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And I think like too, like when you have social self-pres with like a superego type, it gives them like for a sort of like even more like a 6 or a 1, it's like Jordan Peterson or something. It's like, I'm on my holy mission.
Yes, like a messiah. I'm a messiah. I am like the messenger. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if Joe Rogan is SPS or SOSP. I think he's more.
I don't know. He seems SP though.
Yeah, he's too chill to be, I think, a social self-pres.
Yeah, and also he's more focused on his body and stuff, and SP stuff for
meat.
Take my supplements.
yeah.
Caveman coffee, and I haven't listened to him.
Oh, I said Joe Rogan. I meant Alex Jones. Oh my god.
Okay. Oh, I don't know,
Alex
man.
Jones is. I think Joe Rogan is SP, and I think Alex Jones is SO.
It's hard to tell with Alex Jones. He's like, because he is doing a holy mission thing.
Yeah, I think Alex Jones might be SOSP, and Joe Rogan is more like, you know, he's more chill. He's more like body focused and like you know, it's all the drugs and the supplements and the health stuff and the vitamins and I mean, he does the social stuff too, but I think he might be more and he doesn't, I think
Alex Jones,
and I think Seven was social. Seven was social is more like literary, like there's more drama, you know, and he doesn't have that, to be honest.
Oh, that's a good point. Sorry, I was not trying to interrupt you.
That's okay.
Not dramatic, not into the social juiciness enough.
Yeah, for Seven.
Like, and Alex Jones, he does do the vitamin thing because like that's how he makes money, is like
this is like a hustle, you know.
Force, like immunodick or whatever it is. But he's doing it to make money. He also does the lofty social thing when he gets going, which I find myself doing when I get going, which is like, you almost do feel like you're rising above. And you can see people doing it too when they get going, where it's like, oh, I'm the globalist and like.
You should watch his interview with Andrew Callahan. It's very recently came out about the Sandy Hook stuff.
Oh, I know. I try not to pay attention to Sandy Hook stuff.
But Andrew Callahan is a good is a good interviewer.
I also like him.
Because he's very like he does the what's his name, Thoreau style, where he's like he calls it, I think, compassionate listening.
Yeah, that's true. He has similar quality to him.
Yeah, like he doesn't judge at all, so people end up like spilling more stuff.
He does have like a troll vibe to me, like a little bit, like at the beginning. Then
he does certainly, yeah. But I feel like as like someone who's drunk in Las Vegas being or like someone who's like a furry being interviewed by him, you'll think that he relates to you, right? Or like that he doesn't judge you.
Very not judgy in a way. Yeah.
I guess we could like also talk about David Icke, like, because we're just assuming he's 3 heart, which I think he is, but just for people that are like wanting to understand how we would get to that, it's like I think we can eliminate 4. He's not like droopy and self-oriented and dramatic enough. I don't think. And 2, he seems just like competency focused. 3, doing the job, neutral, sort of not. And 2 is like more, I must help the children and I'm the helper. Because 6 it would be, he doesn't seem to also be self-victimizing. He's just sort of accepting, like, yep, I'm this is my situation, but I'm not gonna like really take it on as my identity.
He might be a 3-wing 2, sorry, 3-wing 2.
Yeah, he's
Fix.
Like I feel like 6 with 2 and 3, they get these kind of droopy eyes, like where it's almost like these weird, like, it's not like a hard and fast rule, but I've noticed there's like a crying.
Oh,
Imploring, I implore you. I implore you.
He carries all the pain in the world with him through his eyes.
Yeah.
He is the Son of God.
Yeah.
He takes all our pain with him in his eyes. He figured it out, man.
His eyes are too sharp as well for 9, like a 9 core. He has this like deer, like inquisitive, you know, the scowl. Look at this. Yeah,
it's
that's
very
like more of a 6 face.
Concerned face.
Yeah, concerned. Yeah, that's a good word. This is my favorite. The aliens. This is the aliens pose, like, you know, like History Channel aliens.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think like 9 with 3 often
no.
like these kind of
Sorry,
eyes.
man. That's no. He's not so happy. 7-wing. I can't see it. This is not happy 7-wing face.
You don't think
Come
so?
on.
I see it as happy.
Smile. It wasn't even a smile. I can't see him smile ever. Like genuine.
No, there's
smile.
one where he's smiling here. Here, like right.
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Where?
It's also British, and they're just like, you know, malnourished.
Yeah, British people can smile. Yeah.
Is this his wife? Him and his wife?
Damn,
it's a little bit above.
So is it?
No, not this one.
Black wife.
No, not him. There was another one at the top with a woman, blonde woman.
There, yeah. Back.
Oh, what?
Yeah, here. Ex-wife, yeah, Pamela Icke.
Stop. No. Go a little bit upstairs.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh wow, she's definitely got a 7.
Oh, because of the dramatic hair.
And the cheetah, the leopard.
Oh my god.
Or social sexual. This is a tacky ass 7 or social sexual thing going right here. 7-wing 6.
Well, here you have him smiling. They're both wearing freaking like a crimson or whatever color that is. Wine.
You mean fuchsia? It looks like pinkish. You know, like fuchsia or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here he is smiling for you.
Yeah. That's back when he was getting his dick sucked. Now he's just all about the reptiles.
Oh my.
Then he still got a God complex. Now it's over. Because God no longer exists. God has already left the planet, baby.
He's given himself to Jesus. Oh. Yeah, I don't know, something about his face. how he smiles does seem 3-wing-2 fixed to me, but I can't put my finger on it. It's like
it's like the life coach face.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
life coach face. Nice.
I can help you be your truest and best self.
Yeah. Like,
but you could also say it's a 6-wing-7 face.
Yeah, 6-wing-7 plus 3-wing-2, or 3-wing-2 plus 9. Yeah, like I've got you. I'll be nice.
Got you, baby. Just believe in me.
We're just like making shit up.
But he is so fucking serious about this shit that I don't think that he's.
I just laugh because you, as a 7-wing-6, find him serious, and I, as a 6-wing-5, find him not serious enough.
Oh, really? Okay, that's interesting.
Well, let's keep watching and see if we can like tease out the.
Yeah. This is good because he's like in interaction with another person, and he's not like preachy. You know, he's like more in his natural habitat.
Here's like a totally maybe made up argument. If he was a 6-wing-5, I think his place would be more of like a hovel, like more of like a
like
hovel.
like Zizek.
You mean like
his stuff, you know?
Like more books and like just stacks of papers.
And why not as a 7? I mean, as a 7.
Well, this is more of like a 7. This is more of a joke point. I don't think we're gonna do that. Like take this as an actual like justification.
Okay.
Just amusing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny because like I don't know if this pertains to you, Vittoria, but the 2 6-wing-5s that I dated had like almost like it was like just basement dwelling living, like kind of just the most bare necessities, like anyway, cut that.
It all happens. This is where it all happens, and as you can see, it's really small.
The magic.
Because you know, I look at my life, and I don't see my life as a life anymore. I haven't for a while. I see it as a job.
So this is the new one.
Yeah,
Superego.
And even
that's
social
Superego shit.
Yeah, it's like his calling, his purpose.
Yeah. It's 0.26 for me.
I think everyone has a purpose, even if they don't admit it. Like, like why are you an artist? Like, an artist is still a role, in my opinion. Like very few people. Very few people exist just to eat, live, and like and shit, you know.
Yeah, but then
like
you
they do exist.
A waste of space. I don't know.
Yeah, but some people are so comfortable with existence that this is like they're okay being that way. Like literally just I feel like this is more of like an SP Dom thing too.
Yeah, this is the German version, isn't it? Look at the size of it.
Yeah.
350,000 words. That in one book is the scale of information that has come into my life about these things. You see, that is not.
And also him seeing himself as like a conduit for this information he's like bragging about, but he's not, because he's like, it just came to me. It was that's
in
kind
a
of
dream.
Like 6'9".
Yes, for sure.
Not a theory. That is evidence supporting a fact.
What was like the first book that really struck you? Because I know there was a
evidence supporting a fact. Okay, let's just go through and see if we can pick out 5 or 7 isms. Like that was 5-ish.
couple for me, but you're familiar with Robert Anton Wilson? And I just liked it because it was funny and it tied a lot of points of interest together. And he sort of pointed me in different directions, even though he wasn't really a conspiracy theorist trying to say anything. He just.
I think I have books from him. That I think I have books here in the closet from this person that they mentioned. I don't have it, but it's in the closet. I didn't read it, but it's there.
Have a coming out party.
Together, I never saw. You know, he'd connect dots that had never occurred to me, which turned me to like Holy Blood, Holy Grail, and some of these.
I mean, that you just hit the nail right on the head of my work and what you need to do to understand what's going on. Connect the dots. See, there are dots like banking, government, all these different things. 9/11, which in and of themselves are interesting, and you can see that something's not right. But when you connect the dots between apparently unconnected people and situations and organizations, that's when the tapestry appears and you've got.
I do feel like connect the dots stuff is more 6-wing-7, 7-wing-6 realm than 6-wing-5, because that's how, but maybe that's a cognitive typing related thing though.
No, I agree. I agree, but also like I can go wing 7 also the fact that he doesn't seem like scrunched up and withdrawn. Like he has a little bit of an assertive thing going on, like the way he moves, but like it's not enough maybe to settle in wing 7 for that, but I think it is like sufficient. Like compared to the other 6-wing-5s we were discussing, who like take very little space and kind of have this like small body size.
Yeah.
But not all those 6-wing 5s have a small body size.
The 6-wing.
No, like they make their body smaller.
What?
Like because they're withdrawn, their body, like they move it, like they have their hands closed in together, their back is not straight, you know.
Oh, and he's more open with his posture and stuff. You mean
like he takes space, he's comfortable.
Okay, it's body language stuff. Okay.
I can see a 6-wing-5 with an 8-fix being more pushy though, but yeah, like if it's, he obviously has 9, so that's a good point.
Yeah.
He would have more withdrawn sort of.
Whoa. So that's what's happening. David had told us that his first moment of enlightenment had occurred when a voice entered his head while shopping with his son on the seafront. This is the newsagent I told you about, where basically it all started. I was walking along here and I walked in this door and turned to where the Gareth was reading his Steam Train books, and this is where it happened, just the other side of this door, where I'm like, what's going on? Go and look at the books on the far side. What? And that's where it started, 1990, March 1990. And I never thought it was going to lead where it has, but it has. Yeah.
Well, it's a great beginning. Platform fun.
In simple terms, there is a predator race which take a reptilian form. They're feeding off humanity. They've turned humanity into a slave race. They demand human sacrifice. That's where Satanism comes in. They feed off human energy, particularly feed off the energy of children.
David's latest revelation.
Like, yeah, I mean, that does make me lean more 7. Because, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's true or not. Like,
no, it's not true.
No, I think energy harvesting is absolutely real, but I don't know if it's exactly.
No, but not, like, not in the extent that he's telling us. I think he's over exaggerating everything, like Alex Jones is.
Like
probably something.
Yeah, like I mean, they do. Like they literally, these evil people do have like kids in basements and shit. Like that's actually.
Of course, yeah, of course.
But they but the way he has like sort of no qualms about sharing his theories, like it does seem more 70, like. Like a 5e might be like a wing 5 might be more like and with 3 and 9 might be more conscious of how crazy they sound, and someone with a 7 might just be like, I
don't care. Yeah.
Because we don't care.
Yeah, it sounds okay. It sounds plausible, so therefore it's logic, and you'll take it on.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like if it makes sense to me, then it's factual. Maybe he's
what fact? It's in my head. I know it is true. It's gut thing. I just know it.
If it makes sense to me, this is pretty cool. If it makes sense to me, then it's fact. Like this is, I also feel, is a more of a introverted feeling. Might be an introverted feeling thing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You don't think that's a 7 thing? You think that's
no? It's both. 7 is like the I'm trying to think. What was it? It was like there's the thinking center does support something that makes it feel like this fantastical thinking kind of becomes belief.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna come back to you.
Yeah, because it's like I find it really hard to argue with people who probably it's like 6-wing 5s or well, I guess Taylor's a 6-wing 7 apparently. But it's like I find it really hard to argue with people who just don't get what I'm saying, where they're like, "Well, where's your data, Larissa? Where's your essay? Where's your folder of evidence to convince me?" It's like I don't need to convince you, bitch. I just know this is what, and if you don't see it, that's your fucking problem because you're just like not hooked in. You're not hooked in. You're not awake. Whatever. I don't have to like lay out all these things for you to get it because I'm a dot connector. If you don't connect the dots, that's your fucking failure, not mine. So, but that is. Yeah, that is a more 70.
That's interesting though. Yeah, but it's also, isn't that also like introverted intuition?
Yeah, this is also a introverted intuition thing. Although I think Larissa 100% has extroverted intuition.
Yeah.
But it is a 7. It works with a. I think it is a different. It's a style of thinking. Like, if I see it, it's truth. If it feels right in my body, then it's truth. It does. I don't need like some 6-wing 5 specifically. I think need to see like the math needs to make sense. But to other people, no. If it feels right, then it is truth. This, it's like a gut thinking center connectedness kind of.
Yeah.
Which 6s lack.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I hate all that cognitive stuff, but maybe there's.
I know you do.
Well, it feels like spreadsheet. It feels inhuman and spreadsheety. And I hate it. And I also hate all the people in the groups that use it to try to argue. It's just like you're arguing with like a robot who just keeps being knee, 9, 5, 10, 8, what are you saying? Are you even a person or are you just a fucking bot? Like, anyway.
Oh, so funny.
What is it?
Yeah.
Experience.
Okay.
Actually,
yeah, but
subtitles are kind of. Let's see.
Yeah, the thing that bothers me is that like other systems, I don't know, muddy the water and make it like way more complicated than it's supposed to be.
It feels like
that was a diversion.
Like, cold version of looking at typology too, which already feels in some ways, I know like people are like, I can't be put in a box, I'm not an avatar. You are, but if you look at it through like the Enneagram and all of that, I feel like it has a more fleshed out feel to it that feels more spiritual, that feels more getting to like the truth of a person's core, and that other stuff more feels like, here's, I see you look in that, you look up, you look across, you oughta, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Anyway,
yeah, it's true.
So his like book titles are kind of 70 to like 790.
Oh yeah.
The Biggest Secret, the book
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah. Alice in Wonderland and the World Trade Center disaster, Tales from the Time Loop, Everything You Need to Know But Were Never Told. Well, that's pretty sexy.
Children of the Matrix.
Yeah, Children of the Matrix.
Kind of cool spins on existing titles.
Infinite Love is the Only Truth. Everything else is.
Oh my god. Infinite Love.
The Robot's Guide to Freedom. Yeah, I feel like he's doing 5e topics in the 7 way, the same way.
I was wondering, like, I'm like, I had a moment when I'm like, what if he's like a triple positive adjacent? But I don't think so, because of all, it's very like a little bit kumbaya.
I don't think he's Stockholm. Yeah.
But he's not. Like, it doesn't check out. It just feels positive to me a little bit. So, but I think this is enough for the wing 7.
And it's funny because he feels negative. He feels negative to me. So that is kind of funny that we are on a typing call where 6-wing 5 and 7-wing 6s, our biases are totally changing how we are viewing him. That's why these are great to do with multiple people, because
yeah, you don't get like a bias in the views. Yeah.
Because yeah, he seems droopy and negative to me, but like obviously he has like positive types, but the way he's like expressing himself feels negative to me. Like, we should watch one of these things. He looks like sweating ham in this video.
That's like a typical middle-aged British guy, though. Sweating red, face bloated.
Yeah.
Me another cup of Twinings.
I need me another cuppa. Don't like him, simple as. I don't want to do a shitty British accent. I beg your pardon. Anyways. God, this is horrible.
That was beautiful. I'm very proud of you.
E.T. a robot. UK's astronomer royal, Martin Rees, says alien civilizations may have already transitioned from flesh and blood to machines, and humans will eventually do the same. Alien life could be in the form of robots who have outlived their creators, he says. The same fate may befall people on Earth. He told the Cheltenham Science Festival that robots taking over was a possibility. Hold on a second. It's happening before our eyes. Numerous Hollywood films, the article says, have...
Yeah, I think you can tell too that he would have 6 and then he would have like 2 and 1 overlay. Like you can kind of feel that super ego-y sort of thing happening.
Yeah.
The way he talks, like
I have a question. What does the comment prize knob mean?
Where?
Oh, knob's like an insult in Britain, I think. Like, what a
I know, but
knob.
that's why it's funny. It doesn't make sense. Prize knob, like, what does that mean? Oh my
Probably
God.
like
Anyways.
a top tier knob, like a loser, like a top tier.
Oh, prize knob, like you are the top, like a top of the pyramid knob.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, which he's obviously way cooler than whoever that guy was.
Freedom is not the freedom for people to agree with it. It's the freedom for people to have the right to their opinion, whether you agree with it or not. That's what freedom is. Censorship is not.
Yeah, this just kind of pushed me over the 6.7 line is where I'm landing. Freedom, censorship. I mean, it's buzzword typing, but
coming from a point of view of strength, it's coming from a point of view of weakness. Because anyone that is confident that what they say has validity does not want to censor anyone. They want people to challenge them because then they can deal with the challenge with evidence and information. If you absolutely know that your fake narratives would be demolished by the free flow of information, you need to make sure that information does not circulate. If you can't win a debate and you know it, then stop the debate. And that's what censorship is about. It's a sign of weakness and not a sign of strength. You know, you've got to prepare for what they're planning to do. Otherwise, they'll wipe you out.
fucking here, baby. Chills, chills. Also, look at this background. This is like a 6 background, right?
Oh yeah, it's insane.
It is, yeah. But then like this is part of a an artistic whatever director. Like it might not be. It's not necessarily his decision to put all of this up.
No, okay.
Like that, you know, caricature thing. Like they're tapping into that archetype. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. SOSP 6 wing 7, 9 wing 1, 3 wing 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gives them like a 1 and 2. I don't think he has a wing 8, 9 wing 8. I think that's a wing 1.
Yeah.
And 3 wing 2 life coach. I'll help you discover your power, your true potential. Fix.
Yeah. Like, yeah, he like has that lumpy quality, but I don't know that. But I think it's just because he's like old, and like he didn't have that when he was younger in the younger photos.
Yeah, people get old. Even the Son of God.
Well, what do you guys think? We should end this on like a. What do you guys think about aliens? Like, what do you guys think about that?
Okay. Let me think. I think there are aliens here, probably observing us. It has to be. I mean, come on. The universe is way too big. It would be I think it would be selfish of us and stupid to think that they are not here, because
I use that excuse. I think it's egotistical to think we're the only life in the universe, or like the only sentient beings. So I believe, I don't disagree with aliens existing, but I don't necessarily agree that they're like, or believe that they have made contact.
No, but I think that they probably saw us. I mean, I think that they made contact. I don't know for sure if they're like here, like in like in shape-shifting forms and in people. I don't think that, but I think, or maybe, I don't know. I just don't know.
Anything is possible.
No, anything is possible. I will not rule anything out. It's too good.
I think we live in a simulation, and I think aliens are part of that simulation. Like, I think they're real, but they're fake. Like, I think that, like, we literally live in some kind of dome of sorts, and I think that the alien narrative is like part of our simulation. So this is where I'm at these days. Like, because I used to be super into aliens a long time ago, like ancient aliens and all that. But where I'm at now, after the last few years, I'm like, I think we are literally in a fucking simulation. And I think like what we see when we look out at, like, this is the universe, this is the sky, I think it's a simulation. Like, I feel like we're almost in a gigantic Truman Show type. I don't think we're all being
from aliens from another planet. We're probably not even
like
on Earth then.
Conception of aliens
fake.
Like our conception of aliens is like fake about what an alien even is. So and I think like I think aliens also is like not like they're flying in from outer space. I think it's like multi-dimensional, and I think it's like portals from a simulation is how they get here. And they might be in
that would make more sense even.
Like I think like people, I think that there's, and also like because the it's like weird that like people have been able like through the centuries to kind of predict the trajectory of humanity, and it makes me wonder, did we actually exist before a certain point, first of all? But also it's like it almost feels like we're playing out an RPG, like a design that was designed for us. We're playing it out. It's like we're manifesting it into reality, and we're being programmed. And even the fact that Enneagram exists, that we can literally type people.
Yeah.
That you can put me into a fucking box. Weird little Larissa.
That must be. No, it cannot be. It's too strange. I mean, it must be from the outer space, right?
What is? I think outer space is fake, but then what is outside of what we're in? Like, that's my big question. Like that's what I think about a lot now, is just like what's actually not out there, but out there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So how does
I'm
curious about something though. How does the perspective that like we live in a simulation, how does it differ from like a more like a creationist point of view, as in like we're made by a creator to like play out kind of like a pre-written narrative towards like an end of the world kind of situation where we're like judged based on how we played the game? Like I feel like this is similar to like seeing things as a simulation.
I don't care about judgment. I mean, like, I know, like, I've watched all these stories about, and what is it, near-death things, and how you review your life. I feel like, who cares about that? Like, in my mind, like, because what we're doing is, I think that's almost like a personality superimposition, where it's like, I catch myself feeling like angry with myself, or I'm like, I haven't done anything of artistic merit, really. Like, I feel sad with myself that, like, I feel like I haven't fulfilled like some sort of soul's purpose or something. And it's like, but that's my personality that was programmed into me, making me feel this way. So it's like, I think like all that's a construct. I think we're literally just here to play. And I think we are in a fucking simulation, because if you do like mushrooms or something, everyone sort of, unless you get a bad trip, it's like everyone sort of comes to these similar conclusions. It's like, I think you're like tapping into the actual reality, like where it's like you're breaking down.
That is interesting though.
Like
that is interesting.
And it's like I did this big mushroom trip. It wasn't like a hero dose, but it was pretty big by myself during the first lockdowns, and I was like, like, why God, like why would we let all these dolphins suffer and all this stuff? And it was just like
fun.
It's fun. Yeah, we're just supposed to play. We're just here to experience. La la la. There's no such thing as pain. And I was just like, okay. It weirdly eased my anxiety, but it's like I do think we're like just these little spirit blobs, and like we construct all these meanings on top of it. And I don't think that we're probably even able to conceive of what the actual truth is outside of maybe just some sort of vague, like we can't really understand it, and we won't understand it. Maybe ever. Maybe when we die, maybe we just dissolve, maybe we float back into the system. I don't fucking know. I don't think that there's like some
It's funny
thing like control, like that's like you will be judged, you have to live like this. Like I think it's all
but that's very Christian perspective.
It's funny, like the Wing 7 thing, when you said that if something feels right or makes sense to you, that you believe it is truth. It's funny because I think this is where like my non-existent 7 comes in, or maybe it's like a super ego thing, because I feel like there's like this is not me like explaining or justifying my beliefs, but I'm just saying like how it works out in my brain. It's like it feels true to me because of what I've experienced over my lifetime. This is like what I choose to believe, or so it's like I guess it's kind of like, and then there is no point arguing because people are like, well, how do you have proof that where's the proof that God exists? It's like, well, you know what? This is where my 6 wing 7 disappear. Sorry, my 6 wing 5 disappears. Like I don't have proof. It feels true to me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stick to it. Like it feels true to me, like on a gut level. So I'm not gonna bring out evidence because you can choose to like not even agree with it, and some things do not even. You cannot even prove with evidence. It's like just a faith thing, or a gut thing that you just believe in based on absolutely nothing.
Maybe it's like a 9 thing then, and not like a Wing 7 thing. Maybe it's like 9 or 9.
Yeah, maybe.